Rockwood in Pennsylvania on the Great Allegheny Passage. We've been here many times before, of course, and I just did a little short blurb on how I'm not going to do a video of this ride because we've been here so many times before. Well, we just got about a mile down the road and we got drizzled on, turned around, came back to get our frog togs, and saw things that we never noticed before. So I'm thinking maybe I will video now. So let's see what's new. Let's find out. Let's go for a ride. We've had a lot of rain recently. A lot of water coming down. I like this road. This road wasn't here last time we were here. I don't know why it's here. There's nothing to say I can't go up there, but there are 3 stop signs right here. They really want you to stop. That is the town of Rockwood. We took a little detour through Rockwood as we came here because when we retire, we would like to retire to a trail town. So I don't have to load up the bikes every time we want to go for a ride. Like this town, I like Confluence. A lot of good opportunities along the way. We have never seen waterfalls here before. Like I said, a lot of rain recently. Had a real bad storm the other day. Not so much the rain. Didn't have much rain, and not even 5 minutes of it. But the wind was horrendous, and I think we had a series of microbursts. We didn't have a tornado, but I think there were a bunch of microbursts because trees down everywhere. It took them, what, 2 days for us to get power back? And there are people that still don't have power back. So 500,000 people in Allegheny County were affected by this power outage. Allegheny County is the county that Pittsburgh resides in. And if you don't know where Pittsburgh is, well, you know, there's this neat little option. This company that also has YouTube owns Google Maps, and you can check it out. This is a Husky campground.
Husky Haven.
Husky Haven. Nice place for tent camping. They don't take RVs, so we don't come here.
Yeah, if you're bike packing through, this is a real nice
This would be a good place to stay.
And they do have some bed and breakfast here too. And some restaurants, and a brewery.
I noticed a pizza place, but were there other restaurants?
I don't know if the brewery has food or not.
All right. Here's the thing I was talking about. Over there is a train trestle that when we did our first start here, I guess we've never come here at this time of year and all the trees are leafed in, so we have never seen that train trestle before. And I really don't remember that substation though. I know that's not new, but I don't remember it.
I think
we're old, and that's why I make videos. One of the advantages of riding in the different seasons, you get to see different things. So even if it's a cold season, as long as there's an ice on the trail, you can go out and ride. We have. It just seriously depletes your batteries. Well, it doesn't really deplete them, but you know.
We're not good for more than about 12 miles.
Yeah, but hey, we're out there.
Yeah.
And we get to see things that we won't see in the summer because it's all leafed over.
Right.
But it's what, in the 60s today. So the frog tog makes a nice extra layer to hold in a little bit of warmth. That's all you need.
It's like a breathable raincoat.
It is. But even in weather like this, moving along, you start getting wet, and then you're generating your own breeze. It gets cold. I thought we've done a lot of it on the bicycle. I've done enough motorcycling. You actually get colder when it stops raining on the motorcycle because it all starts wicking away and taking your body heat with it.
I'll never forget you taking off your boots in the parking lot and pouring the water out of your boots. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy ride. Especially since where we were when we did it was sunny and dry. I'm walking around the parking lot in my bare feet because they got the socks hanging on the mirrors of the bike.
That was an experience. If you'd have said that you would have this much fun at 9.4 miles per hour, would you have believed it?
I would not have believed it.
And for us, this is just kind of poking along. We're not doing anything. Taking it easy.
Yeah, it's kind of out of shape, really. We haven't been riding. This is not our first trip of this season. Last week we went up to Pymatuning State Park in Pennsylvania, and we went over to the Maple Highlands Trail, which is a good hour away from Pymatuning. But we didn't do that much.
I think we did, what, 8 miles?
8 miles, something like that. It was pretty cold. It rained a whole heck of a lot the night before. Of course, it rained last night too. And the day we went out, it's pretty doggone cold. So we didn't do much and didn't cover much of the trail. I'm not going to bother making a video out of that. Like I said, I wasn't going to make a video today either, but just in that first mile, we noticed, what, 3 things that we never saw before.
Yeah, and I just saw a redbud tree that you don't get to see redbud unless you're out this time of year. It's kind of neat whenever you see one just poof, there in the woods.
Now we're traveling alongside the Castleman River. Castleman flows into the Allegheny. It's funny, I'm watching different videos that talk about Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh area. It's obviously that people have not been there, or at least have not talked to people who live there, because the names of our rivers give them a hard time. The Allegheny is an especially difficult one. It looks like it's spelled Yakiakani. But the Castleman flows into the Allegheny, which then flows into the Monongahela, which I think is particularly funny because I know Pittsburghers who can't say Monongahela. Monongahela. I don't know, that sounds kind of Hawaiian to me.
It does, it does. I know people who can't say Allegheny.
Yeah. But then they both flow into the Ohio. I don't know anyone that gets that wrong.
The Ohio goes the whole way to the Mississippi, doesn't it?
Yes. The last video I made of last season, more study in photos and editing, but I did put it up on YouTube. And when you go along there outside of Meyersdale, just before you hit Meyersdale is the Salisbury Viaduct, and that's where you leave the Castleman. I don't know where the Castleman begins. Pretty sure in West Virginia though.
I think you're right.
Because we went, what is that, Route 40? Old Route 40?
Old Route 40, yes.
The Lincoln Highway.
Yep.
And there's that stone arch bridge.
With that cute little, oh, I don't know what you call it.
An artisanal town.
Yeah.
That's the Castleman River that goes through there. Not very wide there, but goes through there. And Castleman meets the Yaak in confluence.
And I always forget the name of the creek that also comes there.
I do too.
And we've been there so many times. I just can't put it in my head and have it stay there.
It doesn't want to stay.
But we know it's there.
I think Laurel Creek.
I'm starting to think maybe pants would be a good idea.
Maybe.
It's coming down a little harder.
My wife's pointing out the springtime flowers that are along the trail. A nice little clearing here, and a shot at the train. Oh, I thought I was saying we're out of shape for this year. We didn't do much riding this winter because I tweaked my back. Hurt my back. I was off work for 2 months. I'm not allowed to lift anything more than 10 pounds. I wasn't allowed to exert myself. So we are out of shape. What you pointing at?
Look at that big rock over there. It looks cool.
That is a nice boulder.
It is. Makes a nice, that would make like a good shelter if you had to get away from a tornado or something. After the weather that we had this past week, my mind tends to go to places like that. The lady at the campground said that friends of hers who live, I don't know, close to the campground, lost their roof on 3 buildings, 3 metal roofs. And they were finding pieces of the metal roof over a mile away.
Reminds me of that time in Fiji when I found a piece of roofing iron embedded a couple inches deep in a tree.
Oh wow.
You know, we're talking flying guillotines here.
Yeah. I'm not seeing like a lot of fresh damage here, though. Oh, how beautiful.
How many times have we come up through here and these are all dry? They're just a little muddy.
It's a beautiful mountain stream. We are so blessed to get out here and see it.
And if I had the nerve, I just don't want to. I'll climb over the hill and get a good shot at what that tunnel looks like for the creek to flow through.
Yeah.
Because you know that's old construction.
Oh, yeah. And who knows? Because it is old construction, it could have been done very pretty, you know? Pretty stonework. Just amazing how you see old things that are done, just beautiful handwork.
Well, that's because all the cost went to materials and they didn't pay their workers much of anything. Well, this is just too cool. Look at that. It comes right underneath that tree and that rock.
That's beautiful. The flowers and just, oh, gorgeous.
But as I look, there's a PVC pipe sticking out.
Ah.
Who knows where that's draining from and why they thought they needed that. But that's really cool. Okay, well, now my glasses are fogging over. Kind of like being on a motorcycle, you got to keep moving. Of course, I could do the diver's thing. Just spit on the inside of your glasses and swirl it around.
It works.
It does. It keeps them from fogging, but it makes everything a little ripply.
Yeah. Oh, this is such a beautiful day. I'm so glad we came here. I don't know what these are, but they're beautiful.
Dandelions.
Well, the dandelions are pretty too, but I was talking about the green. It's pretty.
The dandelions are green.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And
See,
it's
she
nice.
knows better than to argue with me because I'm just going to keep going.
We like to argue. We do it a lot. There's no one on this planet I'd rather argue with more. But we are not unkind, and we laugh a lot.
Well, that's pretty much the easiest way to get you to stop is to say something really stupid.
Either that or tell me, oh, is that a whisker?
Is that a whisker?
That'll do it every
On
time.
your chin? It glistens in the sunlight. That'll stop every argument. She'll run away screaming.
Ladies, find a man who drives you crazy, but makes you laugh. And makes you feel safe. Look how beautiful this is.
Wow.
We've come through here so many times. And
You know what?
with them being wet, makes them even prettier.
Yeah. I think this is where I left my old motorcycle gloves.
You know, I think you're right. Oh, I'm sure by now an animal has...
Oh, they're long gone. That was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, that was quite some time ago.
I had stupidly left my favorite pair of motorcycle gloves, leather gloves, in my trunk where they got wet and they got moldy and they were just disintegrating. I left it along here somewhere.
Just everything's so fresh and green. No dust.
Truly. I mean, not enough rain to make it mucky and gucky and difficult to ride,
No, it's
but enough to keep the dust down, keep the bugs down.
yeah.
Not so far into the season that everything is leafed out and you can't see anywhere. It looks like we are coming up on something pretty here. This was the placement of the benches, and yes, we are. And again, we've seen this before, but this is the most we've seen it running. There's some coming down over there, a little bit there. You can see why they have benches. I could just sit here and sit here.
Now, I want to see this memorial over here. Very rough. On a break from biking at Fletcher Falls, Larry got soaked when he slipped and fell in November of 18. He left us all. We gathered to tender our fond farewells. Our memories of Larry will not fade, and on certain days will make us blue. Some say we shall meet again someday, and I deeply hope that is true. Till then, I'll remember Larry grinning from ear to ear, emerging soaked from Fletcher's Falls, arms raised high in victory cheer, joyously embracing life lived full. I think I liked you, Larry.
Like you can feel happy coming off there.
I'm sure the birds come and bathe in that, drink it. Wonderful.
I read once where water gives off ions, and I don't remember which is which, but waterfalls have ions that make you feel good, and storms have ions that make you feel bad. Is that true? I don't know. Sounds good to me, though. It's a cave up there.
It is. You've not noticed that before.
Want to go caving?
No. I'm never dressed for caving. I never want to be dressed for caving going out with you. You might end up in one. I don't want to.
Branch River access. You know, because typically when we come down here, we go to Meyersdale and go through the Big Savage Tunnel, turn around at the Mason-Dixon line, and do the Keystone Viaduct. And then we get back to Meyersdale and we go a little further and do the Salisbury.
Yep.
That's kind of a favored ride, but we really don't do the section out of Rockwood this much.
Well, aren't we coming up on where they have the guinea hens?
Actually, I think that's the lead between Rockwood and Confluence.
Oh, okay.
A ride that we have done often.
Yeah.
But the section between Rockwood and Meyersdale, we really don't do it that often.
I'm loving that we're here today doing it.
Nice house. And I remember this is where they used to leave water out.
Yeah. Oh, I love this.
Now, I'm not sure if we're coming into Garrett.
Garrett, or this isn't Deal. No, Deal is near.
I forget.
You know what I mean. Basically. No. What can I think of words? Where the water goes both ways. I know what I mean. I just can't say it. Hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom up here. We're at Garrett. Okay.
This is Garrett. Okay, just beyond Garrett, going in the Meyersdale direction.
You're going to have to get off slower than your shoulders. Just don't split your pants again. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. I just reached 10 miles as I went underneath that. Oh, we should ride this more often. This is beautiful.
If we're 10, then Meyersdale's only about 2 miles away.
No, because we already had 2 miles that didn't really take us anywhere. So Meyersdale's 4 miles away.
The bikes didn't shut off while we were...
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Look how pretty the... Oh, and those two. Gosh, they're pretty. I don't know what they are. This is so nice. Oh, I have picked the most gorgeous May bouquet today. Look at this barn. That'd be perfect to just drive the RV into. That's an old barn. Big barn for sure. Gotta love cut through. Getting a little rain again. Oh, flowers here. Oh, I hope those show up in your camera. Those are beautiful.
I do believe we're approaching a dairy farm.
I do believe we are. See, I'm weird. I love that smell. Oh,
Ugh.
look at this. Just look, it's so beautiful.
Holy cow, it's that far away.
Yeah, they're noisy.
I can't even really smell it. I taste it. Oh, you know what? I believe you are right. This is where the guinea fowl are.
Yeah, I thought so. With all the apple trees. Now, I guarantee you there'd be morels in there. Oh, there's a pretty kitty and the guinea hens. They're down there by the barn.
And there's one right up here.
Make sure you get her on camera. Hello,
There you go.
sweetheart. Hi. Aren't you pretty? Aren't you pretty? Yes, you are. Look, baby. Oh, you do.
She has babies.
Oh. Hello, sweetheart. Oh. Oh, yes, you're so.
But you said there were babies.
There are. I just saw one.
Oh,
There's another. Oh, it is a little pulse, but there was a smaller one than that. Oh, sweetheart. They say they make great watchdogs.
yeah.
You know what the males sound like when they go off.
They scream at you.
They do. Sorry, buddy. We don't make it next far.
That's their private road back there.
Yep.
Train parked on the line over there.
Cool. You know, I might have never been able to, live in a place like this. But this is like a little slice of heaven to me.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so beautiful. Some people it's the beach.
Nah, I'm done with the beach after about an hour after getting there.
I enjoy that first run into the waves and the exhilaration of feeling the power of the waves and all that. I love that. But like you say, after about an hour, I've had enough. That was fun. But out here, I'd be out here for, I could live out here and I'd be happy. This is just so nice. Cities make me queasy. This just makes me feel good.
Yeah, start putting away your nickels.
I don't think this is our future.
Another lifetime or two, we'll have enough for today.
If this is creation, can you imagine how cool heaven will be?
GoPro, take a photo. Or just ignore me.
Smell the honeysuckle.
GoPro, take a photo. Or continue to ignore me. Huh. That's why it wouldn't take a snapshot. It was on.
Oh, okay.
Well, I tell you what, our suits are dry. Why don't we just go ahead and take the rain pants off?
I think that's a good idea. Don't you want to take your pants off here?
Yeah, figure it right here.
All right. See, you wouldn't have had to go that much faster to get it right underneath us.
I thought you were talking Keystone.
Oh, no. That's all right. You can see it, but it doesn't look like it's that long.
Never fail to enjoy coming across here. So what's the plan, ma'am?
Oh,
Meyersdale?
Yeah, let's go to Meyersdale.
Not Cumberland?
Well, that'd make it 50, wouldn't it?
To get to Cumberland?
Well, to get to Cumberland from Meyersdale would be, oh, I don't know, honey, that's pretty far. You're kidding, right?
Well, that's all right. It's not like we'd have to do the return trip. I'd just fall over and die.
That's not funny.
Funniest sentence in the English language.
Yep.
That's not funny.
See, I always look for houses in Meyersdale, but now I'm going to be looking for houses in Rockwood. Rockwood's actually better located because this is like a fantastic ride from there to here, and it's closer to hospitals, better shopping. No, I want to go in.
I hate it when people smoke on the trail.
What's that?
I hate it when people smoke on the trail.
Yeah.
My favorite caboose.
32.35. I'm going to use the bathroom instead of here. Check out the new shirts. Get them closer.
Yeah. Before you go in, just hang there a minute. I want to go through the caboose.
Okay.
Many cabooses along many trails. I don't know why they're so intriguing to me. But this one, we can walk into. I know I did this even on my last video. I don't care. Here, I'm guessing this was where they kept the fuel oil. Place to sleep. Place to watch. More places to watch. Lockers. It's too bad I understand why they did it, but it's too bad. And I'm glad I got the opportunity to climb up there before they shut it down. Water maybe? Because here's the water closet. Huh. Wonder if that goes into a tank, if they have a black tank, or if that just fell right on the tracks. Place to do work. Never fails. I want to come out. I want to come walk through there. And of course, the wonderfully curated train station. It's now a museum. Beautiful building. And beautiful Meyersdale, the high point of Pennsylvania. Oh, check it out. Here's my card.
Yeah, your wife put that up there.
Yep, it's still there. Just checking my batteries and one last look at Meyersdale, and this is it, our turnaround. And she can get ahead of me as much as she wants. I'm the one with the keys to the RV.
Little downhill haul here for a while.
Yeah. Mason-Dixon Highway.
No, that road is right there. What's this highway?
We just went over the Mason-Dixon Highway.
Yeah, but what's this one that we're going to go over?
I think it's 121.
Oh, never keep it in my head either.
You know how I am with numbers. Might have 2's in it, might have 1's in it. Might be 583. I think it's 121.
To ride next to you this fast. Yeah.
Come a long way, baby.
Yep. Thanks to you.
Virginia Slims.
Yep. I want to get slim, Virginia. Without having to smoke. It feels a little cooler.
It does.
All the manure that they cover,
I guess,
and let bake in the sun and then sell for fertilizer. Oh, you didn't hit him, did you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check.
What was it, a chipmunk?
Chipmunk, yeah. He went right between your tires then. Ooh, death wish, huh?
Teenager.
Huh?
Boy. Teenage boy chipmunk.
Yeah. Well, he went right in front of my front wheel and right through your two wheels.
What about running into danger?
Oh.
What's wrong with him?
Crazy kid. Hi. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Look, there's a bridge one across there.
Ah, cool. Never noticed that before. That's a cool picture. And you shut down. I don't ever remember noticing that before.
Never thought of that before. It must have come up through here to connect with it, with the line, you know?
Yep. Right up through here.
Yeah.
Cool. Never noticed that before.
There's a half a dozen of them. Oh, there he goes. What are you coming back this way for, dummy? We're still here. Thought you'd go in a circle and throw us off, huh? We don't have that option. We got a straight line.
It's amazing how quickly they can just disappear, but I can see them.
I can see their white tails.
Yeah. Hello, girls. Hello. Wow, they are so built nice. Oh, I love speed beef. I was talking about you and how delicious you would taste, but I love to see you. See, for me, this is about as far away as I would shoot one. Right here. And she takes a pee, and that's a great time to get her.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, I wonder if I can get her standing still, just like that. Put it right in behind the shoulder. Drop her right there.
Oh, I hate when people bother me when I'm going to the bathroom.
Well, I only do that.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
GoPro, stop recording.
Photo op.
All right, now this was not down when we came through here a little while ago.
We will tell them about the visitors thing.
Well, we're at 11:01, so yeah, it should be 12 miles to get there, right?
Ooh, it's split.
It looked like it was a domino thing because it came from up there
Yeah.
and then knocked down this one here.
Yeah. Hello there.
Whoa. We wanted to report a downed tree.
Uh-oh.
It's 1.2 miles north of here. Not, well, is that north? I don't know. 1.2 miles behind us. Inside the RV, getting ready for the trip home. We are getting what I think of as traveling packed. There's a difference between camp packed and traveling packed. And there's watermarks all over the camera here. Oh, cool. Well, maybe you can see a little better. I didn't do an epilogue at the end of the ride yesterday because I planned on doing a little bit more about Laurel Hill State Park and even going to the Scenic Overlook or just showing a campfire. Well, when we got back, someone had stolen our firewood. Not a common occurrence, but it has happened before. They even stole the charred log out of the fire pit. I mean, apparently the Grinch camped here this weekend.
And our pokey stick.
And the pokey stick, what we call that's our cooking stick. We call it the pokey stick. Hauled the bikes out again, went for a ride around the park to see if we could find our missing gear. And it triggered an AFib attack on me. So we didn't do nothing. Came back and laid down, and then it rained hard, so I pretty much slept until now. We're going home. It was still a beautiful ride.
It was wonderful. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Could have made a million bouquets.
Yep. It was just after that kind of stunk. But day ain't over yet. It's time to go home. Mo they.